Let's get show.
Thanks for tuning in again once to That Sketch Show. I'm Sam Alexander and I'm with Gundo, who's looking absolutely beautiful today.
Oh, really?
And Tapima,
who is looking absolutely handsome.
Handsome.
Yes.
For those of you who know, the show is all about humor, but looking at Christian topics and unpacking them in a very fun way, I guess, Tapima.
Yeah, so we try to look at some of the hot button topics that we don't often discuss.
Yeah.
Right.
And we discuss them. You know, so things like your mental health, things like the Sabbath we discussed last week. We figured if we laugh about it, we can, talk about them.
Okay, cool. And so for those of you who aren't certain what's going on That Sketch Show, why don't you hit us up on our social media platforms, on YouTube, on Instagram, and on Facebook. Use the hashtag TSS on SID. So today we're speaking about a topic that's... It's an easy one, but I guess once you apply it, it becomes a bit challenging because it causes for a lot of self-reflection, right?
Right.
That's called stewardship.
Mercy.
What is it that you understand about stewardship?
So here's what I understand with stewardship. God gives us certain things.
Okay.
And our responsibility with those things is, in essence, stewardship with it.
Okay.
So it's not necessarily, I know when we think of stewardship, we're always thinking tithe, offering. But then there's some things that God gave us, like talents. Right. Your stewardship with that gift that God has given you is, using it to glorify Him.
I don't even have to speak about it because I think you hit it right on the nail. Like,
boom, I'm smart.
Yeah, I don't even, it's that's basically what stewardship is about. Are you being wise enough to bring that talent back to God?
Right. And I like the fact that you said bring it back. I could be perfect, all attendance with my tithe and my offering. In fact, I could be given like a nice 15, 20% instead of 10. But if I'm not doing the other things that God has given me, if I'm not using those talents, I'm still not being a good steward.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. So let's see an example of what this 10% could be in like real terms. Let's check this out.
Let's get show.
To my Tabang, Emmanuel, never and never again, hopeless Ngwenya. I leave my entire estate. I am so proud of you and love you, my son. It's his last words in his will. So your father left you a sum total of, when we calculate all of his assets, including everything, to the net worth of 32.7 million.
Yeah?
Yes, sir. And he also left you a team of financial advisors to make sure that the money is looked after very well and well invested.
Yeah, I don't know what to say.
No, I know it's a lot to take in, sir, but you do have all the time in the world. I suggest for you to take your time, go home, process it, and we can come back tomorrow and discuss this in detail and sign over everything.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, there's just one small minor detail over here. I think it's on. There is a very small stipulation here. As you know, he was a very charitable man. And he asked for you to donate 10% of the estate over to a charity of your choice.
Yeah?
Yes, it says over here.
No. Really? 10%?
Yes, sir. It comes up to a total of 3.27 million rand, leaving you with 29.43 million rand after. Is there a problem with this, sir?
Yeah, 10% is a lot. Can I not do 5%?
No, sir. You can do 10. And it's a charity of your choice.
Okay, they need charity of Tabang.
No, sir. That is completely illegal. You can't do that. It's part of what he has asked. Sir, if you don't mind me asking, how much money do you have in your bank account right now, sir?
Including savings.
Everything.
57
million?
No.
Thousand?
No.
Million?
Rand.
57 rand, sir. Full stop. You do understand how bizarre this is. You have been given, on a silver platter, an opportunity for you to make an amount of money which you would not regularly be able to make in your current capacity, when the only stipulation is for you to give away 10% of it, leaving you with an astonishing 29 million rand. Even in America, you're a millionaire.
When you put it like that, anything sounds bad.
Then how should I phrase it?
My father gave me the money.
But for it to be yours, you have to adhere to 10% rules.
Then you should have left it with them. Then why does he want me to give it away?
So you can help others, sir.
Yeah, Mara, it's my money.
Sir, I think you should just take a moment to really digest this and think about it, and we can come back tomorrow and discuss it in detail. Because I don't think right now. Kapalanza.
Okay, Ish. Sorry, I need to take a taxi. Do you have 100 rand? That.
For a taxi.
That's Get Show.
I love it. So in this sketch, we're looking at like the actual like monetary 10%.
Yeah.
But then you could apply it to anything.
Okay, but then surely, like, God understands that I'm a single parent and that He sent the money to me.
God, yes, gave you that money.
Sure,
But
sure.
from this personal view, I feel like it was trying to make sure you constantly remember that you are blessed, and in a way to constantly remind you of the relationship you have with Him. So.
Sure.
I'm so sorry. As you're speaking right now, I'm thinking of something. Because, I mean, yes, I also feel like on top of that, I'm just going to quickly brush through this. There's like a trust issue, having trust in God. There's also a thing where He wants us to remember Him. We can get caught up with ourselves.
For real.
Right? So every Sabbath, He's like, hey, let's remember. Or every month or whatever it is, let's remember. Like, remember me. So you have to, intentionally, when you're giving back the tithe, you're remembering, okay, God gave me this, and not becoming full of yourself. I don't know if that makes sense.
But I mean, like, just to expound a bit on this thing of tithing, you spoke about like every Sabbath we go. I love the concept of tithing and offering. And if you don't know this concept, please do Google it. It's such a phenomenal concept where our tithe is what God really wants back from us. Then you get this thing called offering.
Right.
It's literally a love gift, just to say, you know what, I've given you 10%.
Right.
But this part is to just let you know that I love you and I trust you.
Right.
And I think that most times we stop at the 10%. But
They go,
just go straight, because even God is like, what? Yeah.
get
Let's see what's up there.
That's Get Show.
And in the book of Matthew, Jesus says, it is easier for a camel to go through the eyes of a needle than it is for a rich man into the gates of heaven. Bazalwane, I said to you, the Lord said, it is easier for a camel to go through the eyes of a needle than it is for a rich man to go to the gates of heaven. Bazalwan, how many times have we heard that money cannot buy you happiness? Can you hear me? It can buy you a house, but will it ever buy you a home? It can buy you the best medicine, but can it buy you health? Can buy you the best comfortable bed, but will it ever buy you peace? I therefore submit to you, Bazalwane, that money is not everything. Can you hear me? So I, as your pastor, and as someone who cares deeply for you, I submit to you, give all your money to the church. We take cash, we take EFT, and we take debit orders, so we can carry the burdens for you. Amen.
That's Get Show.
You know what? We really take God for a fool. I'm so sorry.
Right?
Because, I mean, like, one moment we're out here like, yeah, you know, when I get paid, I'm going to give a church money. And then it's time to give the church money. We're like,
Next month. When I get paid, you didn't let me finish.
So, does God bless me with a great job for myself, or my needs meant to be seen by God and my blessings for others? Is it not that way? We are not meant to get that type of gratification this side of eternity, because when it comes to the material things of life, when it comes to making a decision about should I buy a Toyota or a Maserati,
Why not a bike? Like, should
Sure.
our bank accounts always? Because I have, well, it's a family friend, but we're cousins, and literally his dad, the bank account was always on zero.
Okay.
Because he said, God gives me this to thing. So should we live in a place where we have zero?
So having zero in your account isn't necessarily always a good thing. You
it's
know?
a good idea. It's not a great idea, guys.
Yeah. So but then, but however, if you were not doing the instant gratification thing, you would then be investing in things like a home, a car, and all of these things so that you don't need to buy multiple things of those. And then you get to a point where you have these things, and now you can then give
Because
all
God
the
has
money.
blessed and sustained you.
Right? Oh, yes.
Foxes have holes.
Okay.
And birds have nests, but even the Son of Man had no place to rest. And you're talking about a house and credit and stuff.
You know what? You know what? This is getting so intense. I'm going to say hit us up on social media. I'm sure you have many questions.
Right.
But I wanted to say to you, Gundo, why is it on me?
I look.
Yeah. Okay.
For me,
Okay.
I'm not going to say what a person must do.
Okay.
What you feel you need to do or you can do that, right? Whether it's stopping at every robot, whether it's going for a soup kitchen every Wednesday, do you, boo-boo?
I think we have a lot of people who feel a bit differently to you. So let's watch what's up.
Right.
And then
Dial it back.
maybe yeah. Let's see what's up.
That's Get Show.
Bazalwane, ngiyanibingelela egameni elihle lomfeli wethu Jesu Kristu. Ameni. Ngimela namhlanje ukuzokhuluma indaba ebuhlungu ngokuthi ubhoti wethu osimthanda ushiyile. I stand here today with a heavy heart to announce to you the death of our most valued member, brother someone else. Now I know that for many years, someone else was a very important member of this church. Rather, someone else did far more than a normal person's share of the work. Whenever there was a meeting to attend, a class to teach, everybody said, let someone else do it. Whenever there was a leadership position, guess who was recommended? Brother someone else. And brother someone else gave it his all. You know, whenever there's a financial need in the church, brother someone else would give. Whether it is offering, tithing, anything with a financial need, brother someone else was there. He would give more than his fair share and make sure that we do not feel the pain or the fall of it. You know, I remember years ago when we were going through the recession. As we were going through the recession, we all suffered. And all we wanted to do was to give back to the community. I went to Elder I, and Elder I had told me that, you know what? I can't do this. I have a lot going on right now. But do you know what Elder I told me? He said, why don't you go to brother someone else? And I thought to myself, of course, someone else. Now, someone else is gone. What are we as a church going to do now without him? It is now up to us to continue and pick up where he left off. Elder I is a no-go area, as he is very busy right now. May God help us find another member like someone else. uNkulunkulu asize sithole omunye umuntu ozofana njengobhuti usomeone else. Amen.
Let's get Joe.
So, Gundo, this is what I'm speaking about.
Right.
Is this? I hear what the narrative or the rhetoric or whatever that big word is of the sketch. However, like, is God expecting me to be that someone all the time, or can I let someone be that someone?
At the end of the day, this is something that should come from within, that it doesn't feel like a job.
Right, and I think with that, there's a point, because it's a wild example, but if I see someone who needs brain surgery, I won't be like, hey, let me do it for you. You know what I mean? I am murdering someone. That's what's happening. So I think if you have the capacity to do it, you should.
I think why we struggle with this so much, though, and I'm not trying to shoot anyone down here, but when we really look at the fundamentals of it and just deconstruct it and the basics, it's simply just look after what you have. That's when we hit the sweet spot, when it no longer is about us, it's about God. And guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. I appreciate you and everyone. It's been quite informative, I must be honest. It was a bit of a deep conversation, so thank you so much for being with us. Please do hit us up on our social media platforms, and use the hashtag
TSS on
SID. Thanks for hanging out with us. Ciao, see you next week.